I just got my hands on the newest street legal e-bike on the market, but click one button and technically it's no longer legal and reaches fast speeds that we will test in this video. This is the TST R002. Let's go ahead and unbox it.
But this bike is definitely made for someone with a smaller budget, but they want a very fast and multi-terrain bike that performs really well. 3, 2, 1, go. We're gone. We're going 25. Lost. As you guys all might know, I just got my hands on the newest Mac Fox. But this bike right here might actually take the cake for best price to performance, coming in at nearly half the price. Instruction manual, charger, a ton of bolts, pedals because this is street legal, a toolkit, and a kickstand. Okay, so we got the big bulky headlight. Still deciding if I'm gonna want to use this or not. So today we're gonna be putting it to the test. Real quick, here's what you're getting. This thing has a 1500 watt peak motor, putting out around 90 newton meters of torque, paired with a 48 volt battery setup. Okay, so now we have the TST lined up right beside the Mac Fox, and already you can see a ton of differences in the framework and all that. Now obviously there's gonna be pros and cons between these two bikes, but the Mac Fox is around $1,500, while the TST is only around $700, and you can get more money off using the code, which will be down in the description. I'll pop it up right here. But half the price of the Mac Fox, and this thing, it actually surprised me. You guys will see later in my video, I'll talk about it. But surprisingly, this held up really well for how cheap it is. But let's just go ahead and talk about it and ride it. The top speed is right around 30 miles per hour, but specs are one thing. The real question is, does it actually ride as good as it sounds? Let's find out. Alright, so now we're on the TST R002, and we have him on the Mac Fox, and we're going to be doing a drag race. We're going to go ride a little bit, and yeah, and then I'm going to go over the specs, but we're going to go get to the place we're going to drag race, and I'll go over everything. Alright, so some downsides to this bike are it has mechanical brakes. The tires are nice. The cafe style seat I like. It's nice and grippy. It has a thumb throttle, which was over here, but I switched it over to here. It has shifters, and the speed is good too, so we're gonna go drag race him and he's gonna lose. So yeah. So it has a 750 watt motor, if I'm right. I think it has a 750 watt motor. And it's reaching speeds at around 32 miles per hour with it unlocked, and I have it unlocked. So class 3. Let's see. Mode 5 right here.
Bro, this front tire is way too easy to pop up.
Woo! Alright, we're gonna go drag race now. I'm gonna go on mode 4, no pedal. He's gonna be on the fastest mode with pedal. 3, 2, 1, go. Can't even keep the front wheel down. He's pedaling. I'm on mode 4 and I already kicked him. Alright, well, he's obviously pedaling, so yeah. Mode 4 maxes out at 16, I guess. Mode 5 is where you really get up that. We'll drag race on mode 5. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep, bye. And he's trying to pedal. He can't do it though. I'm not pedaling. He's pedaling. He still can't catch up. And we're gone. We're going 25. Lost. This thing gets crazy speeds, bro. And it feels really stable at those speeds too. The throttle is really nice. I like the throttle. Just don't like how the brakes are inverted. The suspension's pretty decent. It's not adjustable. The Mac Fox has compression, but this bike is half the price of a Mac Fox, and you're getting crazy performance with that. So right now we're gonna go on a little trail riding and see how this performs off-road. You already saw how it performs on-road. It's really stable. Also fully street legal. Cops can't do anything, but it has pedals. In class 2 it only goes 20, I think, something like that. And yeah, fully street legal on class 2. Once you get it up to class 3, it goes 32. Not technically street legal, but cops aren't gonna mess with you. The rear wheel locks up really nice. Let's test out the shifting. Shifts really smoothly. Back all the way down. Yeah, it shifts really smoothly. The pedal assist is really nice too. We're gonna go ahead and take this trail. The acceleration is really good too. Overall, it's a good bike for the price that you're buying it for. You're not gonna find a lot of bikes for the $700 price range that go 32 miles an hour and they're street legal and all that stuff. So I think this is a good buy. It's got some potential for modding. Not a ton, there's not a lot of aftermarket parts, but it has the potential for it. I took the headlight off because I didn't like it. I put a little number plate on it. And the throttle, I think they were doing. They put the throttle on the left side because the rear brake was on the right side so you could wheelie. But I didn't like that, so I switched the throttle over, and we're not gonna be doing any one-wheel tricks in this video. Let's go ahead and hit this jump real quick. Yeah, see, I keep hitting the rear brake like it's the rear brake, but it's the front brake. Okay, the suspension did really nice on that. Alright, let me get a third person to this. Alright. We're gonna hit this. Yeah, so cops will not mess with you at all with this bike. This is like a Mac Fox, kind of, but it's like Mac Fox style, but they have different pros and cons of each. Like, I'm cruising down, the suspension's really handling. I'm cruising 25. Rear wheel locks up. Here we go. Just want to show you guys, you can use this bike for off-road and on-road. I've already kind of showed you on-road. Off-road, this handles really nice.
Oh my gosh, this is so hard to control.
Because the TST has front and rear suspension, so it's really good for dirt. Yeah, easy work for dirt. You could take this off-road if you want. Woo! Oh! But if you really do want to wheelie this, you could definitely invert brakes and stuff because this bike pops up so easily and it's so light. Woo! I know I'm bottoming out the forks, but that's just because I'm sending it big. Ah. Let's go ride a little street before we do end of this video. But this bike is definitely made for someone with a smaller budget, but they want a very fast and multi-terrain bike that performs really well. And that's this right here. I mean, tuttio. That's $1,300, but that's a lot more money than this. Definitely a better bike, but these are in different classes. The best bike to compare this to is definitely the Mac Fox, which is behind us. And Mac Fox, if you have that $1,500 budget, that's the best bike. Such a good bike. But with the budget, if you have around $800, You have to go with this because it's the best bike in its $800 class. I mean, I'm just cruising at 25. It has good range. It's really smooth, as you can see, like no hands on it. Decent brakes for the price, and you can upgrade them too. And it has really good speed. Really good speed. It's comfy. You can use it on off-road and on-road. And it has a lot of controls. You get a headlight, which I took off, but you get turn signals too. I think this is a really great bike. Definitely smooth. I can't over-exaggerate on that. It's so smooth. So smooth and so light. 30, 28. Okay, so 28 is its max, I guess. That's still really good though. And it's street legal. If you want a bike that's legal, right here. Does great burnouts. Heck yeah. All right, let's go.
Guys, this bike is super good. That one's low-key kind of better though, because that's half the price of this. That one goes faster. The only thing that's a little bit worse on that is the brake setup, the shifter, and just the brakes aren't the best.
All right, you heard it. But yeah, overall, out of 10, I'm gonna rate this around I'll rate it around an 8. Because this is in its own kind of class. Like, it's really cheap, but it has good performance, you know? But I think it's a good bike. If you're starting to get into electric bikes, then I think this is a great bike for you. But if you're looking to get into electric bikes and you don't know what to buy, you have a small budget, definitely get this. It's a great starter bike. Look, gapped. And we're going up a really big hill, and it is cruising, bro. What the heck? Cruising, no throttle, just pedal assist. Pedal assist is gonna make us up. Look, he has to really pedal on that. Whoa. Now we can cruise down it. We're definitely not going 28. We're definitely going faster than that. I think that's just what the screen goes to, and it's really smooth going that fast. Brakes stop you easily. I mean, obviously they're not the best brakes, but they do their work. Yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll have the link to this bike up in the description, as long as my discount code. And I think this was a really good bike. I'm gonna rate it an 8 out of 10. It had some really good things on the bike. The best thing that I liked about it was the speed coming from the hub motor. The seat was really nice, comfy, grippy, full suspension. The suspension was great. I think the only thing that could be changed on this is the throttle and the brake setup. But overall, it's a great bike, and I'll be making more content on this bike, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next video.